One of the coolest secrets in Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater is the Infinity Face Paint, which will give you unlimited ammunition for any gun that you're using. And this can be really fun for a variety of reasons. But for first, it looks really cool. This is probably my favorite face paint in the game just on looks alone. I mean, just look at it. It's freaking badass. It's amazing. Look at Snake's face. He looks amazing. He looks so cool. Hell yeah, dude. And it's also really cool because, well, it's just fun to have infinite ammunition. I mean, you can just shoot and shoot all day long and don't worry about ever running out of ammunition. Now, to obtain the Infinity Face Paint, you can either do the hardest challenge in the entire game, getting Foxhound rank, or complete the challenge of the most difficult animal to find in the entire game of Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, the Tsuchinoko. Now, I don't know if this guy is technically considered a snake, but it's called a mystical serpent. Serpent, snake, so I'm going to consider it a snake. And this guy is very important for multiple different achievements and trophies throughout the game. You need the Tsuchinoko to get Markor rank, which is capturing every single animal in the game, and you need it to get the achievement of unlocking every single face paint in the game as well. Because if you capture a Tsuchinoko and keep it with you alive throughout the entire game until the game ends, you will get the Infinity Face Paint, which gives you infinite ammo for any gun that you're holding. So that in itself is another achievement or a trophy, however you look at it. You can find and capture the Tsuchinoko at multiple different locations throughout the game. I have never seen an official guide actually put out there by Konami or Metal Gear or anything like that. I have 2 different video game strategy guides for Metal Gear Solid 3, and neither of them mention the Tsuchinoko. The most official guide I've ever seen is from Reddit or from IGN. Anyways, there are 5 locations total where to find the Tsuchinoko, so let's get into it. So, first thing is first. To capture the Tsuchinoko, we need mousetraps. Right here, this is during the Virtuous mission where Snake meets Ocelot for the first time and knocks him out. We can find a mousetrap on Ocelot's inventory. So what we're gonna do is take this mousetrap and we're gonna place it on the ground in the same area as Razvet. Because right after this, we're going to encounter the cutscene where the boss throws Snake off a bridge and he's going to lose all the weapons and items in his inventory. So now during Operation Snake Eater, we can go back to Razvet and the mousetrap is still going to be waiting for us on the ground. We just have to go pick it up. Now this specific mousetrap is very important because it's the only one we can find in this area. So we're going to pick it up and go to the very first location where we can capture the Tsuchinoko. Now we're going to skip forward a little bit. This is after Snake meets Eva for the very first time and after the Ocelot unit boss fight. And then we get a cutscene where Snake tells Ocelot, "I see you got yourself a single action army. It's a nice gun, I'll give you that. But the engravings give you no tactical advantage whatsoever. Unless you're planning on auctioning it off as a collector's item. 6 shots. That thing only has 6 shots. This is a high-class weapon. It's not meant for killing people." Anyways, sorry about that. So we're going to go back to the very first area of the entire game. This is where the game begins, where Snake drops down during his Halo jump during the Virtuous mission. The very first area. I don't know how to make it more clear. Go back to the very first area, Dramuchij South. This is where we can find our very first Tsuchinoko. We're going to take the mousetrap that was on Ocelot's inventory and place it on the ground. So how the mousetrap works is it's going to capture every single animal in this area. So when an animal is captured, you have to go over, pick up the mousetrap and reset it and put it back down. So you have the option of taking out every single animal in this area until the Tsuchinoko is the only one left, and then it'll get captured. So be patient, relax, and wait, because the mousetrap is only going to capture the Tsuchinoko if there's no other animals in the area. But here we go, the first official Tsuchinoko of the video. Now we're heading to Bolshaya Past Base, and this is the area where the helicopter is stored, and this is the area right before the Ocelot boss fight. And we're not here to capture the Tsuchinoko, but we're here to get more mousetraps, and there should be 2 in this area, first in this building under a bed, and in the food facility storage area right next door. And now we should have 3 mousetraps total. Once we have the 3 mousetraps, we're actually going to go to the previous area called Bolshaya Past South, which is right here, and go ahead and put the 3 mousetraps on the ground. Now, the other method we have with the mousetraps are place them on the ground, leave the area, and come back. This method is nice because once you come back, it's going to capture whatever animals are in the area, and you have a small chance it's going to capture the Tsuchinoko as well. So here we are. This is the second Tsuchinoko location of the video. Now I want to give a reminder, if there are other animals caught in the mousetrap, that's not the Tsuchinoko. You have to physically crawl on the ground and pick up the mousetrap and reset it. Now the third location to capture the Tsuchinoko is called Granny Gorky South. And this is actually the area where you fight the Fear boss fight. You can do this method before or after the Fear boss fight, either or. But go ahead and put some mousetraps on the ground, go inside the warehouse, and come back outside, and you should be able to capture the Tsuchinoko. To find more mousetraps along your mission, go to any food storage areas that the enemy is storing their food. You should be able to find any mousetraps in those areas. It just helps heighten your chances on finding the Tsuchinoko quicker if you have more mousetraps. So the fourth location to capture the Tsuchinoko is Sivyat Gorny South, which is after the Fear boss fight, but before the End boss fight. Once you exit the warehouse, you can go ahead and put some mousetraps right at the front entrance. And by this point, you should have quite a few mousetraps because there's a food storage area inside the warehouse where you just came from, and you should be able to grab a couple mousetraps from there. Anyways, like I said, lay them right outside at the exit, go back inside the warehouse, and then go back outside. And then boom, there you go. You should be able to capture the Tsuchinoko if you place a few mousetraps on the ground. Now the fifth and final location to capture the Tsuchinoko is actually going to be where you fight the End boss fight. But the End boss fight is actually 3 different areas, so make sure you're in the right location. So the Tsuchinoko is going to be at Sakrovino South. Also, I highly recommend beating the End boss fight first and then doing this. So once you're done setting all your mousetraps, go back to Sakrovino North. It should just be right there. And then head on back to South. And then if you're lucky, you should be able to capture the Tsuchinoko right away or fairly quickly. Now remember I mentioned earlier, the whole point of capturing the Tsuchinoko is to keep it alive in your inventory until you reach the end of the game. And this will reward you with multiple different objectives and trophies like the Infinity Face Paint and Markor rank. But you may be thinking, well, what about when Snake gets captured prisoner? All his inventory is gone, including all the food you worked so hard to collect throughout the entire game. All of it gets taken away from you. After you escape the sewers, after Snake jumps down the waterfall, after the Sorrow boss fight, after the romantic night with Eva behind the waterfall, you get most of your inventory and your weapons back, except your food and Tsuchinoko. And if you're wondering why, talk to Zero and Eva on the radio and you'll find out Ocelot ate all your food, because he wants to be more like Snake and understand Snake. But don't worry, because after the cutscenes with Eva, you can go back to the other side of the waterfall to Tikhagorny? Oh god, I have no idea how to say that. Tikhagorny, there we go. And then on the other side of the waterfall, you will find your Tsuchinoko crawling on the ground, along with the End's parrot. If you capture that alive, it'll also be waiting for you in this tree if you want to capture it alive again. So there it goes, flying away, but don't worry, if you scare it, it will come back and you can capture it. Anyways, right around the corner on the other side of this tree, there you go. There's your Tsuchinoko, safe and sound. You can capture it again and keep it in your inventory. Make sure you don't shoot it with a real gun. Use your tranquilizer gun, shoot it, put it to sleep, and keep it in your inventory alive until the end of the game. And if you are curious, yes, I was not lying to you. The End's parrot will come back, so you can capture it again if you want. I don't think you really get a reward or any objective or anything like that, but if you want to capture it again, there you go.
Snake, you caught a Tsuchinoko.
What? Is it true, Snake? Yeah. Way to go, my man! You really are the boss's apprentice.
Yes, it looks like sending you in was worth it after all. Hurry up and finish your mission and then bring it back to us. Under no circumstances are you to eat it, is that clear?
Remember, the whole point of this is to capture the Tsuchinoko alive and keep it in your inventory alive until the end of the game when you beat the game. Make sure you don't throw it at anybody. Make sure you don't eat it or nothing. Keep it in your inventory.
Here I come.
Mr. Director.
And if you do everything correctly, you will be rewarded with the Infinity Face Paint, which you can use on your next playthrough if you do a New Game Plus.